Hello. Hello. Happy birthday, Cogs, right? Happy birthday. I can't sing. But if you want me to sing you happy birthday, I can try. I can try. And also, hello, Fade16. It's your first message. You're new here. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for visiting. I don't know anything about this game. I don't know anything about this game. Okay. I can't sing. I ain't got no special angelica voice like Ellie, but I could do my best. I could do my best. As a person, as a important member of this community and frequents my streams and my Discord, I will do my best to sing happy birthday to you. With no instrumentals because I can't play an instrument. At all. As a kid, all I knew how to play was drums, but like only one drum, and all I could do was roll the sticks really well. And I played handbells, which means you stand in one spot and you get to ring a bell sometimes, which is like means nothing. Neither of those instruments mean anything. They're completely useless instruments to learn. They're completely useless. So I will try my best with no musical talent. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cogsright. Happy birthday to you. I hope that was good. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. That's the best I can do for you. I'm not gonna listen to the VOD. I do not want to hear what my voice sounds like. No, absolutely. It's already painful enough when I have to check through a VOD for something, and I'm like, ugh. Like, oh god, I sound like a 14-year-old boy. That's not what I want to sound like. I sound like a kid playing Call of Duty on an Xbox. You don't need to clip that. I sound bad. Why would you want to hear that again? Yeah, you heard it once. That's all you need. That's all you need. Why torture yourself like that? No, of course. You're like a vital member of this community. You're always here. You're always chatting. I have a beautiful dress. You're in the Discord a lot. You know, everyone knows you. Like, yeah, of course I'm gonna sing you a happy birthday when I know it's your birthday. Obviously. And everyone is here saying happy birthday too, because again, everyone knows you. You're a vital member of this community. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Cogsright is great. I hope Cogsright gets the biggest raise of their life. I hope you get a big raise and a big house with a big yard, unless you're allergic to pollen, a big concrete yard where the grass can't hurt you, and a dog if you're not allergic and you like dogs. Genuinely, only wanting good things. Only good things. Watch Cogs not want a single one of those things that I listed. Or already have them. That would be my luck. That would just be my luck. Also, I don't know jack shit about this game. I don't even know if it's 2D or 3D. I don't know the format of the game. I have not tested it to see if it's compatible with my model, so we're gonna see if it's compatible with my model. My one hope is that it is not like some of the other games that I've played or have tried to play, where like it's like Yakuza 0, where the moment the game opens, my entire model just crashes. My hope is that it's not that like computer intensive of a game, and it can go smoothly. That's my one hope. If I have to change to a Fugi model for this game, I will. Because this game was given to me to stream. So if I have to use Fugi, I will use Fugi. It shouldn't be intended. Oh, thank God. Yeah, happy birthday, Cogs. Everyone should say happy birthday, Cogs, right in my Discord. Everyone should just do that. Because I don't think that they said that it was their birthday in my Discord, so we should just harass them about it. That's what we should. Why did you clip that? Why? Why? Took a second, but I got you. You could. I'm sorry. that I can't sing any better and make that actually worth clipping, but thanks. But also, I'm sorry. Honestly, it's almost been a year now, and I've actually debated whether or not I should take any kind of online singing lessons just so that I can, like, at least when I do a little dilly like I do in my stream sometimes, like maybe I'll actually be in key. Because I've been told that my singing voice is not bad. Of course, no one really has a bad singing voice. But that I have a really hard time even just trying to get in key, to try to hit notes. Like, I'm always, like, a little off on them. Which just means that I can't sing. Which just means that I can't sing, but I'm close to being able to, because they're only slightly off. So I've debated that so that when I sing a little dilly, that I'm not torturing all of you. And that would be pretty nice. I don't like have any intention of becoming the singing VTuber that has these big vocal concerts, even though I daydream about that, but also daydream about being president because everyone daydreams about weird shit like that. And also I daydream that I go into a submarine into the bottom of the ocean and find a cool fish and that I'm an astronaut. And, you know, those things that you daydream of, but you don't actually want to do. Singing in a concert is one of those things for me. I daydream of it. I don't actually want to do it, but I would like to sing a little dilly in key. I think at least being in key would be something nice to be able to do. So I don't sing and everyone goes, ugh. I wish I would want to sing with you. But see, here's the thing, is that I would just hold her back and slow her down and give her problems. Because again, I can't even hear notes if I'm in them. I can't tell. And I've been told that you can get trained to hear if you're in key, but we'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, to give TMI on this, I have a speech impediment that you cannot hear because I'm very good at covering it up. In that I cannot pronounce SH sounds, like my brain doesn't register them correctly, right? And I have to, anytime I say an SH sound, I have to focus and pronounce it correctly. So if I string too many in a row, you might hear me just say an S sound because it slips. I have to, like, actively pronounce it. And because of this, the speech impediment I have in school, I had to go to a lot of speech therapy classes, like after or between classes. So sometimes I just lose my lunch that day so I could get taught how to talk like a person. At one of those days, she had me on a device with like a headset on that was playing sounds, trying to figure out what was wrong with my brain. Pretty sure it's the autism. Trying to figure out what was wrong with my brain and why I struggle with just this one sound. And I believe it turns out that I cannot actually hear that much range clearly, or like be able to like comprehend range correctly. And that makes it, I think, hard to understand how to do some pronunciation. And that might also be part of the issue of why I can't actually hear if I'm in key or not. So I don't know if it's possible that I'll ever be able to sing because my ears and my brain are not built right. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Every time you hear me say an SH sound clearly, you're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome. Because I have to focus on that shit really hard. Just like that. The word shit is a hard word for me to say. Imagine going through high school and trying to say the word shit, and you can't, and you can only say the word sit. Imagine how my life was in high school when I can't even say the word shit. I just want you to imagine that for a moment. When you try to say it and you can't, and you also look like you're 5, and you also sound like you're 5 years old. I want you to imagine what it was like. Pretty bad. Yeah, it was pretty shitty, wasn't it? It was. Mm-hmm. I couldn't say the word shit. Fuck is a great word. Fuck is a great word. It doesn't have an SH sound. I also struggle with Z sounds, but we didn't focus on that quite as much because I'm able to recoup them quicker than SHs. But Z is a hard one as well. And when people make up fake words with like Z, it gets a little tricky for me because I haven't memorized that word yet. And X sounds are a little hard as well, but SH is the hard one. And we don't actually 100% know what's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's just my stupid brain. My stupid ass brain. I joined stream and accidentally felt tears in my eyes. I was wondering why I didn't realize what is playing. Yeah, sorry. It's Spice and Wolf. If it's too loud, let me know. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I love listening to the soundtrack of this. I would like to have it on a disc and play it in my car. Instead of saying things like 3, I was saying things like free. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I thankfully did not have a problem with TH sounds, but SH, but saying 3 free. That wouldn't that make the just be fruh? You could be like, I'm with the cool kids, or I'm with fruh cool kids. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That must have sucked. I think TH is more common in English than SH, right? TH is more common, right? TH pops up way more. I used to have that problem until I realized that I need to use my... Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Just have a little bit of an issue. Yeah, no. The thing that people don't understand is that when you have a speech impediment like that, and you get therapy and it's able to be corrected, they think, oh, you're all better. You're not all better. You just have to focus every single time, and it sucks balls. It never really got fixed. You just got really good at correcting yourself every single time before the issue actually even happened. You just got really good at it. But, like, it's not like you just naturally say it now. You'll never naturally say it as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I'm certainly not. I certainly have to focus every single time I make that sound, and you will hear me slip. I've probably slipped multiple times already, and you might have just not noticed it, but I probably have. I probably have. It's never like, I'm all better now, and I don't have to think about it, and it's in the past. Speech impediment with you for life. Far as I can tell, it's with you for life. Nope, haven't noticed anything. Good. I'm doing a good job. It took me almost 2 months of constant effort to be able to differentiate between, oh, this is going to hurt me, but differentiate between soldier and shoulder. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, it sucks balls. Speaking English always requires concentration. Yeah, no, for real. For real, even if as a native speaker, it always requires concentration. English is the worst language ever! It's why we picked this as such a common language to speak everywhere. This language sucks balls. This language is bad. It's just bad. My friend does the speech therapy. It's an interesting field. Oh, man, I'm interested in whatever they have to say, actually. As someone who had a speech therapist, I really want to know what it's like to be a speech therapist. I wouldn't mind a job being a speech therapist, actually, but I'm pretty sure I need a degree for that. As you mentioned it earlier, I paid close attention and I heard the familiar bit of hesitation I get when it's... Yeah, the SH, you have to be like, and we suck that in and try to do it, right? And that's why I picked a career where I talk for people. I talk at you on a screen for several hours every other day. Because I have a speech impediment. What a great choice, me. I could have done anything else. I have a speech impediment coping. I don't think that's the same thing. I totally understand it. There are certain sounds that I have to be so careful about to not sound deeply so. I think that's not the same thing, but okay. We should all speak Japanese. Yeah, let's all learn Nihongo. We're doing that on Saturday anyway. Let's just all screw English. The goal is that we're all gonna learn Japanese and we're gonna turn into a Japanese stream and a Japanese Discord and we're gonna abandon English altogether. Like, we're done. This language sucks. Let's move on to a better one. Now, don't talk about the writing system because that is not better, in my opinion. In Japanese, the writing system is a load of horseshit. You don't know 1,000 different individual characters to be able to read? You're gonna have a hard time going through a subway like, excuse me? I've heard half the time that native Japanese speakers will, like, go somewhere and they can't read a kanji half the time anyway. It's just such bullshit. And I'm like, that's such bullshit. Why? Kanji isn't that hard. If listen, I remember seeing a quiz online of like someone who did not speak Japanese natively versus someone who did, trying to guess kanji, and both of them like failed at it miserably. As far as I'm concerned, kanji is a lot of horse shit. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful written language. It's very poetic in how it functions. But I should not have to memorize 1,000 characters to be able to go onto a subway. It's just my opinion. And I'm pretty sure they would agree with me. It's just my opinion. That's just way too many. That's what the internet says. You need like to know about like 1,000 you can get on a subway. And I'm like, hey, fucking excuse me. Fucking excuse me. I'm never gonna make it in Japan. It's kanji's so hard. It's too hard. Furigana. What is furigana? I mean, that's the first time I've ever read that. What is furigana? See, you started off bad. There's a set of 200 kanji that I core that most people need to know. 200! If you don't know these 200 characters, you can't... That's... I've never heard of a language doing that, by the way. I've never. It's just this one. I've never heard of a language doing that. Most all just have a small alphabet. This is just insane. Most people don't know the kanji by heart, but can figure it out based on its component parts. I shouldn't have to read a sentence and try to decipher it like it's a riddle. Gotta be real. I don't like it. I'm bad at it. You have to understand that I'm language impaired. Extremely. Extremely, extremely. Again, first grade, couldn't read, almost flunked out. Very language impaired, given the most insane writing system of all time. Like, I'm fucked. If I can learn kanji, well, being impaired in language, then I think we all have a shot at learning something extremely hard, because I don't know how I'm going to pull it off, to be honest. When I took Japanese in high school and college, and I couldn't remember any of the kanji both instances, and I had a high grade until I had any studying, like any testing on kanji, and I would immediately fail those tests on kanji. I just could not. It was just way too much. The only kanji I remember are 1, 2, and 3. 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. Let's just speak Japanese and write in Russian. I'm down. Let's go for it. It's the same way with compound words. You just know. Yeah, but there's only 26 letters. Trying to memorize all those patterns is so hard. It's just, all those patterns are so hard. Now, I still think kanji is an incredibly beautiful written language. It's very poetic. It's very pretty to look at. I really like it. I don't want to ever have to memorize it, and I know I have to. And I think it's really incredibly brutally hard. But I do think it is incredibly beautiful. And if you grew up learning it, then that's good. Because I did it. Furigana shows up beside older, rarer words and shows you how to pronounce it. Oh, so like hiragana pronunciation. It wouldn't be katakana because it's not a foreign language. And Chinese doesn't have hiragana to tell you how to pronounce things. Oh, maybe Chinese is even harder. Maybe Chinese is even harder. Fuck. Am I just fucked? Am I stupid? Maybe. I think the thing that's funny is that I'm complaining about not wanting to learn kanji when we're learning Japanese on Saturday. And I remember I did a little practice last night, and I still remember Hito is person, and Kakoi is cool, and Yashashi is nice, and that Ocha is tea, and that's all I remember. They had like lawyer and doctor. Oh, doctor was Isha, right? I don't remember like lawyer. Oh no, wait, no, lawyer was it Bakushin, and student was Gakusai. I guess I remember them. Assuming I got those right. Because those are the words I learned and I just pulled them off the top of my... I guess Duolingo works. I guess it works a little bit, although I still find Nountown easier, but let's go with Duolingo. Because I can't run a VTuber model while playing Nountown, and that's a problem. So your problem is the learning language, not the language itself. Yeah, the learning is very difficult. And when you have a written system like kanji, I will struggle immensely. I hate it. You don't usually have to memorize anything. A kanji is made up of radicals, which is the components of the kanji. Like, well, my teachers never told me that. They said, memorize this shape now. And that's how I learned. They didn't tell me, I never heard the word radicals before. They said, here is the kanji for weather. Memorize it now. And that's how I was taught. That's how I was taught. That's... What's Gohan? Oh, that's rice. Gohan is rice. I remember that, but I knew that word ahead of time, actually. I already knew Gohan was rice because I watched K-On! And they had an entire song about how much they love rice. And so I remembered rice. Yeah, no, the teachers just fucking threw the kanji at me and said, memorize it. I didn't even know you could break them down like that. I just thought this was like hell. I just thought it was pure hell. Like, damn, why are they doing that? Maybe my teachers are just bad at it. The kanji for tree, pronounce moku. The kanji for forest, pronounce what? That's just a bunch of whittled trees. Why is my model freaking out? That's just a bunch of whittled trees. The kanji is made up of three... Oh. That's so cute. That's so cute. It's so poetic. It's so cute. Why does it have the shapes, though? Does it all work like that? Does it all work like that? Duolingo, since they're trying to brute force a language, is kind of what I need. It's not exactly great for learning beyond what, just seeing what a language is like. But it's a good start to memorize some nouns and verbs and stuff like that, I assume. A little bit of nouns and verbs and a little bit on sentence structure. You'd obviously have to go beyond Duolingo. But, you know, it's definitely not bad. And Nountown is also very helpful for nouns. I think at some point, you just have to, like, talk to people to actually get proper sentence structure and all that. Or open a damn workbook, which I still have. I still have my Nakama books from school. I never got rid of them. They're over 10 years old and I never got rid of them. If I have a Japanese book that I get from... If I take a class and I like what the content I'm learning enough, I will not resell the textbooks for it. I will keep them. So I do have some textbooks when I like the content enough. Let me get my Nakama books. I think they have, like, breakdowns of sentence structure and things like that. And I will scan them at some point and use them for our study. My old textbooks. I don't even know what Nakama means, by the way. Oh, and I have several Japanese books in here as well. I have several of those kinds of books. And I keep textbooks that I find are relevant to me. I think I recently got rid of my language and logic textbook, though. That was a mistake. I should have kept that. Did I really get rid of that? I should have kept language and logic. I might have gotten rid of my language and logic textbook. That was stupid. Why did I do that? Money, I guess. Yeah, I don't see it. Why did I get rid of that? Damn, I like language and logic. Well, we can't all be smart. We can't all be smart. Yeah, I've got my Nakama books. I only have 1A and 1B, and the workbook's 1A and 1B, unfortunately. Second edition, with post-it notes in it. But it does have the hiragana and katakana charts, and explain long vowels. We'll have to learn that at some point. Long vowels are kind of bullshit. They're not entirely, uniform. I remember kids year after me got free textbooks and I couldn't resell them because nobody needed them. That's horseshit. It should be just free in general. They're requiring it, so you should just give it to me. Yeah, this one has phrases and stuff like that. I think it's not the best textbook, but it does have phrases like I know sumimasen for excuse me, and arigato gozaimasu, and then arawa Nihongo de nanto imasu ka? For how do you say that over there in Japanese? How do you pronounce this object over there? You could also just say like apple in there and asking how do you pronounce apple in Japanese. Apple da Nihongo de nanto imasu ka? How do you say apple in Japanese? Basic sentence structure and vocabulary like that in these books is really good. We will actually go over these books. We will be learning these books. I just have to scan them and have the scanner actually go to my computer. Now, for the textbooks themselves, the workbooks, they might be written in. I'm not sure if we've written in them or if the teacher scanned them and just gave them to us, and I have nothing written in 1B. Okay, what about 1A? Oh. I ripped out pages of 1A. Oh. Oh, shit. We have pages missing. Oh, we have pages missing all over the place. Oh, God. Oh, God. 1A's a lost cause. 1A's a lost cause. What about 1B? I think we've preserved all of 1B. I think we have all of it. Why is there a crossword in here? That sounds horrible. Okay, so we are missing part of 1A. The knockup. Can I find this? How much is this online to get this? How much is I would like to have this for streams. Maybe I can get a tax write-off on it since it'd be for streaming. How much would it cost to get this this ancient balls old workbook? When was this even published? It's 2nd edition. I got it used, which is a stupid idea to buy a workbook used. Why did I do that? Fire heat pronounced he. Then there's which is pronounced hono, and it means blaze or flame. It's just 2 fire on top of each other. That's great. I love that. When did I buy this book? 2013. 2013, guys. 2013. Okay, can I find this book? How much is this? Nakama 1A 2nd edition workbook. How much does this book cost? Okay, wait, no, that's... I need the workbook, not that book. Give me the workbook. I need the workbook. Okay, that's significantly cheaper the workbook than the learning book. Oh my god. Okay. Make a tax write-off on this. Nakama 1A Student Activities Manual, English and Japanese edition looks exactly like mine. $8.98. Free shipping. That's pretty good. Do I even need a tax write-off on that? That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I like that. Condition used good, soft cover. It's literally in plastic wrap. Nakama are the Japanese workbooks that I have that I kept. Although the workbook for 1A has like half the pages missing because I used it. I used it. And I think 1B wasn't used much because when I took the 2nd level Japanese course, the teacher told us that we weren't allowed to speak any English, and if we spoke it in class 3 times, if she caught us doing it, that she would flunk us, and we had to act like we were authentically in Japan, even though we could barely form sentences yet, as a way of immersion. And then I told the entire language department of the college, and she got into deep shit. And then came to me individually and apologized for what she had done to the class and assured me that she wouldn't do that again if I wanted to continue with the class. And I said, that's too fucking bad. I do not trust you for shit. And I didn't take the class, but I kept the workbooks. So the 1Bs are untouched, but the 1As are mauled. She was crazy. It was also her first time ever teaching, and she pulled that shit. And it's like, nah. I do not trust that. I do not trust that for shit. You guys can say, Genki. Alright, we're authentically in Japan now. Like, excuse me? Giggling people is kusa. That's what I'm doing. Because people use woo to signify laughing, blah, blah, blah. And then someone said it looked like grass. And then the entire... Oh, yeah, I heard about that. And then grass is... like, FL, yeah, grass. I've heard about that. I've heard people talk about that. I gotta love language sometimes. Yeah, I know that it was Yep, behind base. Okay, okay. Let me make Sunny laugh with a kanji and show her how cool it can be. Laugh with a kanji? Is it just a bunch of W's? Is it just a bunch of W's? Gotta love language. I wish I didn't struggle with it. And that sounds quite direct, but it's oil, but the left side means water, and the right side is pronounced the same yo. So it's like water yo. Well, then what does yo mean in this context? Okay, let me put my workbooks back. Let me put my workbooks back real quick. I'm scared that there's a crossword in them, but other than that, this should be great. Not looking forward to that crossword. No, I'm really not seeing that language and logic book. That's so fucking disappointing. Why did I get rid of that? I must be an idiot. Why did I get rid of that? I could have kept that. I'm so stupid. There was no reason to get rid of that book. I probably made like $30 off of it. That's not even worth it. Could have kept that. I'm so dumb. Well, I kept a lot of other textbooks, so that's fine. Anything that I found relevant to my life. Why would I get rid of a book of information I already have if it's relevant to my life? You know? Why would I do that? I have a delicious drink. Also, I'm doing much better today, if anyone can tell, because I'm actually talking and I don't feel sick and my energy's up. I'm doing a lot better. Thanks to one of my IRL friends, I am doing a lot better. It's a fun kanji for you. This is Uma. No, not Uma Musume. Oh god, no. You're gonna teach me horse stuff. Uma, meaning horse. Notice that has 4 legs. It sure do. I get, I would kind of argue it looks like it has 5, but okay. Maybe the front in front is its head. Uma Musume changed the kanji. Why would they do that? No, man, maybe the horse game is all right. Just oh, that's beautiful. I love that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's Hashida Hashi. That's great. I love that. I love that very much. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. These horses in the world have 2 legs, so why would the kanji have 4? But do they actually have horses in Uda Musume though? They're just that like normal ass horses? Are there normal ass horses in Uda Musume? Uda Musume horse. Does the anime just show them by a real horse? That'd be so funny. Man, how did the people travel without horses back in the day in this fantasy world? Did they find a horse girl and just ask her to pick them up and take them somewhere? Carry me, horse girl, you're a horse. Is there no real horses in Uda Musume? Wait, are there normal horses in Uda or Uma Musume? Uma Musume. You can tell how much I play it because I don't even know how to say it. Uma Musume. Do they have horses? Is there normal horses in Uma Musume? Do they just have horses? Is there a lack of horses? Oh, this is being theorized about. We don't know. Okay. Well, AI says no, but I don't trust AI because AI doesn't know who I am. Well, they could just ride a zebra or something, right? They just have zebra. They can just ride a zebra. That's fine, I'm sure. That's not a horse, right? It's a zebra. Mongolian Uma Musume Horde take over and okay. They just can ride a zebra. That's fine. They can ride a zebra. Or they ask a horse girl to take them where they need to go. Man, that's so something of all time. That's so something of all time. Zebras are actually not tameable. Not yet. Just kidding. I'm the best horror streamer? Damn right! Because we're gonna hopefully be 1020 mode on Thursday, hopefully. I mean, I got till about 2 a.m. At first, I was like, I'm gonna keep trying. I don't know if I can beat it. But if I can make it 2 hours, I can make it 6 hours. That's how I see FNAF. If you can handle 2, you just have to pull off what you did 2 more times, really. So, like, if I can make it to 2, I can make it to 6. My biggest issue is Balloon Boy. I need to practice Balloon Boy separately. I need to practice FNAF on my off time, turn off all the animatronics, put Balloon Boy up to 20, and just analyze that vent to see what sound cues alert whether or not he's in the vent, because apparently people just know, and I don't. I know when Mangle's in the vent, because that's a very obvious sound cue, but I do not know with Balloon Boy. Also, supposedly, there's a sound cue for Foxy as well, so I need to practice him separately as well to pick up on those sound cues, so I can be more alert to what's going on. Because, well, I mean, Foxy's not the hardest one now anymore. It's really just Balloon Boy. That's the issue, because I don't know how to deal with him at all. It's too much time turning, and you lose time on that music box wang, so you really don't want to check both vents every time. But then how do you know? Alright, how about we get this game loaded up? The beginner's guide. I think I have it installed. I think I do. I'm so prepared. The most prepared there ever was. There, yeah, I do have it installed. Okay. This is my first time opening it. Hopefully nothing breaks like it did that one time with what was it called? That one game that broke everything and I had to immediately close it and was poorly formatted? Psychonauts, that's it. In order to stream Psychonauts, I'm pretty sure I cannot actually run a model. It would just have to be like a Fugi. Psychonauts is really poorly optimized for the computer, it turns out. Or maybe I might not stream it at all. Or maybe I'll just do it on my Discord, a side little thing. It's just, it hates OBS. It breaks OBS down pretty bad. How I don't test games before stream? Because I live my life on the edge. Well, sometimes I do test games in the stream. I did test Duolingo, so when it broke down when the stream started, I was pretty upset because I literally had it running perfectly 10 minutes prior. And I didn't even close anything. And I did test SCP Containment Breach the night before and got help with the setup, which is why it broke down on stream. See, testing it beforehand doesn't do anything good for me. If anything, it heightens the odds of having everything break down. So, who cares? Anytime I've tested a game to make sure it runs beforehand, it has broken down on stream. It pretty much just makes it worse. Testing ahead of time makes my life significantly worse. Sometimes I think Sunny just likes to live life on hard mode. Well, I don't like to. I wouldn't say that I like to. I'd say that I don't have much of a choice. I don't have much of a choice half the time. You know, we just get used to it. Okay, let's do studio mode here. Get the game open. We don't need the Duolingo thing there. I hear sound. Okay. But it's one of those games where you click off and it just fucking disappears. Okay. Let's unfortunately lose the candy chat. I'm so sorry. I love you, candy chat. Move this over here. Move me here. A bit. I'll be back there. Hold that up. We will do this every single time for as long as I am a streamer. I will kill Maple every time I am a streamer. My goal is to kill my mods. Also, I have some Skittles. I get to eat some Skittles today. I bet you guys wish you have Skittles. Also, I have tiramisu. I bet you wish you had tiramisu. I don't have it in my main fridge right now, so I can't eat it right now, but I have it. And I have Doritos. Also, I am well slept for once, despite not having the bestest of dreams. because I went to a friend's house the other day and spent the night because said friend happened to see my streams and was like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "Nah." And so I got invited over to hang out and ended up staying the night. And I was like, this is going to be so great. I get to unwind from just stuff that's going on, and it's going to be great. And instead of being normal, I passed out 4 separate times. I think I needed that. So I'm doing much better today, if you guys can't tell. And hopefully this will be a trend continuing for the rest of 2026. Hopefully. We're doing much better. But yeah, I passed out. One pass out was sleeping. The other 3 were not supposed to happen. And then when I got home, I passed out. So technically, I passed out 5 times. I really needed to pass out, I think. And then I slept pretty hard. Oh, well, that's good, though. Begin the game. I don't know what this is about. I don't know what's happening in here. I have 2 Skittles welded together. I don't know what kind of game this is. I have no idea. Please make sure audio's on. Can you hear? Okay. We can walk on quick things. Okay. It's a big amount of stuff and things happen.
Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide.
Okay.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable. And
Oh.
while that game tells a pretty absurd story,
I never played it.
today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Okay.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda.
Why?
Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal
Is this even a
stuff,
game?
and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found
Okay.
it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make.
Cool.
So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's
What?
a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a
The movement's
3D
kind of
environment.
odd. You have like a weird slowdown
What
to
I
it.
like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level.
Nah.
Of course, it destroys the illusion that this
can
actually
jump.
is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this?
I don't know.
This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as
The movement
games,
is
but
so
they
jank.
are all going to give us access to
I'm
their
playing Cisco.
creator.
Yeah, I guess.
I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And
How do I get
that's
up there?
exactly what we're going to do.
How do I get up there?
So, it's 2008. Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet. He just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on.
What?
his
I
computer
can't even jump on the
I think
crate!
he really understood
What's
this
the
image of
point?
himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to "Important Games Folder."
This doesn't even have a
This was just
texture.
how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together. It's
Okay.
because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And
Oh.
if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If
It's
you have
not
a
textured.
particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com.
What kind of game is this?
Okay,
Oh,
that's about it.
shit,
for
I'm done.
introduction.
Cool,
Let's
great.
take a look at Coda's first proper game.
I didn't even get to
As
parkour.
each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Wow, my head is right at this doorway. Holy shit, how tall is Coda? Oh my god! Oh my god, I got a gun! Why am I so tall? I got a gun!
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Okay, I can shoot, but I can't aim! No crosshair, let's go! Oh, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Alright, this would be advanced even for me, so... Okay, I got a gun. Sunny's not used to being this tall. Shut up! No, look! I am way too tall for these doorways. Okay, where do I go? Look at that! Look at that! I'm huge! Oh. Am I the hostile alien life form?
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies.
Yeah, where are they?
But then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think
I doubt that.
We should talk about these games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
I can't go back where I came from!
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
Oh, okay.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yeah, the universe is flat, just like the Earth, obviously. Alright. Okay, cool.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game
What?
has this narrative about the Whisper Machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Okay.
You there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper Machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it?
Yeah, girl.
Would you give yourself?
What if I don't, though? Oh, fuck, it locks me in. I don't have a choice, huh? Okay.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam
Okay.
and dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something
Okay.
goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Okay. Okay. How do you, This is just how game dev goes, isn't
The
it?
beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because
Ascended.
yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies
That's the
something
mood.
human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system.
I'm trying to figure out how to
Or
get
this
through it.
floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place.
I found it.
Juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I
Okay.
don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay. 2008. Something Windows, Maze, I can't move.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Oh my god. You know those old Windows, screensavers, and one was the brick and maze that you saw a little guy go through? This is what I'm thinking of.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Okay. Okay. Wait, how does this fully work? Wait, because I feel like... Huh? Wait, no, wait, this is tight. This guy's got something going with this. He's got something going with this. He's got something going with this. Hold on. Hold on, he's got something going. I can't go through his doorway? Okay, no, there's...
a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends.
Okay.
Anything more than that.
No, this is sick. He's got something going.
It works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Okay. Oh god, a horror game. With no render distance. Me playing Minecraft. You are now entering. Okay. If I go this way. Okay. No. Okay. I think I need a little more render distance than this.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Why? I just walked. What is that? Alright, Coda.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Nonsense in nearly every direction. Got it. Is this what game design is like?
At the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it.
Is this what it's like?
On a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Is this what a game dev is like, by the way? This is how it goes? Oh, why am I going slower? Come on now.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Now, what if I just crawl? You can't tell me what to do. I feel like crawling. It's just what being disabled felt like. Oh, shoot. I hit spacebar. I didn't even hit enter. What the hell? What? Hold on! Words! Hold on! She's taking over! Hold on!
Warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Where you collect items, except the game automatically quits when you collect them all. What the fuck?
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person.
You are a gate.
But that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
You are clean, dusting your jewelry while your kingdom is destroyed. Interesting. That's a camera. I'm in the advertisement. I'm on set. Filming while we're like, huh? Alright. It's just like a VR chat world. Oh, that texture is not lined up. That bothers the hell out of me. Come on. You knew better than that. You knew better than that. No, not more puzzles. Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Yeah, I turned the knob and the door opens. What do you want? Yeah, that was not hard.
Solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna see it a lot.
Coda's starting to get really creative with his ideas now. You're not just walking around anymore. This is just a VR chat world. This is what they look like. 2008, they just look like.
That seems to be it, right?
No.
You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right. Now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room. about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea.
How do you even get to all that?
In the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior
This is me when
hides this fantastic outer world.
When I go into
Either way, I think
that one mode in
the same.
Minecraft where you can fly through walls and I see all the cave
Know
patterns.
what you're missing.
That's what this
You're not
is.
missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Can I just jump off? No. You know when you like... You play Minecraft and you go into like that invisible mode or whatever, where you, yeah, X-ray flying, like when you're a moderator of a server so you can keep track of players, make sure no one's hacking, and then you like go and you see all the cave systems. That's what that looked like. Why am I here in this horror game again? You are now exiting. No, I don't want to exit. I like that I can jump in all of them. I like jumping. Okay, I'm exiting.
So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game.
Okay.
There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in.
I don't
Some larger
understand.
meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them.
I think you're reading too much into it.
We can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
I think you're reading too much into it. I think this Goda guy's just making some shit and having a good time. I think you're reading way too much into this. Oh, interesting. I think he's just putting some stuff together in some shapes and seeing what he can make a game
Let's
do.
talk about
What's
video game
functional.
development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Okay.
So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Yeah, I want to do Unity. Although everyone keeps making me want to do Godot for some
To
reason.
make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called
Ooh.
Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms. It's just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Parkour!
Tools
Parkour!
available to the creator shape what kinds
Parkour.
of creative work they're gonna end up making. You
Parkour,
consider
parkour.
paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at
I can do this.
producing linear, boxy corridors.
Wait, I could just jump to that one. I can skip all of that. I can't jump to that one. That's parkour. I don't have to go through all that. I can just go this way. Look at me. Yeah, I bet you didn't think of that, Coda. I bet you didn't think of that. Yeah, I got this. I'm the best parkour ever. Oh, there's something down there. Do I even need to parkour if I theoretically don't have, like, a life and can't die? I'll just parkour the rest of this a little bit. But you didn't think of that, Coda. But you didn't think of that. Okay. Okay. And there's some stairs. Okay. Coda's testing out some shapes. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting fact. What in the Outer Wilds is going on? When the quantum... No, that wasn't there a minute ago. I'm pretty sure I turned and it, like, appeared. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? This is just me trying to get through a fucking TSA check in the airport. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm not going that way? Huh, okay. I don't want to... Okay. Oh, you're not... Oh, okay. Oh.
This prison, funny enough,
What the
in
fuck?
Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, we're gonna see... Oh, okay.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible?
Right?
And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file
Okay.
entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else.
What the...
Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere.
Oh my god.
There wasn't.
That Skoda sounds like a real piece of work. This Coda sounds funny as fuck. Coda knows what they want. Oh, sound effects! Guys, we got sound effects. Coda's evolving. We've got sound effects.
It's the puzzle again.
Yippee!
With the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
I swear to God, there's gonna be no answer to this, because this entire thing is like, and everything was connected, and everything had meaning, and this entire time Coda's like, I just feel like bullshitting around. Like, maybe Coda was just happy that Coda was able to actually put in a fun little puzzle thing that worked out really well, so they just kept reusing it. Maybe that's all that it is. Maybe you should stop reading into something so hard and just let stuff be stuff. That painting of those apple and fruits in that vase is not about the sin of mankind. They're just learning texture and experimenting. Sometimes that's all that it is. Listen, listen, listen. Speak. Good, I didn't confirm what was up there.
Using
Stuff.
a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities.
Okay.
Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard
Okay.
to respond.
You can remember what was up there. Yes, there's a world stamped with whiteness. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there are these floating colored blocks. There are these floating colored blocks! That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did they get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, they did. There was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. I prefer not to tell you. Girl, we only just met. Nah, just tell him. Fuck it. Yeah, I did that. Again, perfect. Now, please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Coda really wants to show off that Coda made a puzzle. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over... What kind of answers are these? I don't think you can get back to the other side. 3, you don't want to go over there? Oh no, but I do, we do. We need to get out there. Do you understand? This is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. Okay. Well, I mean... Oh, well, there's no door for you to leave through now. There's no door for them to leave through now, so that's that. I'm just back at them again! Yeah, there was a puzzle. You want to solve it? No, we actually find the blank space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Seen what? Hear about the space between the doors. Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall the space between doors. Why would I care about the space between the doors? There's a reason, but it may take time before you understand, which is fine. You'll see it again soon. I don't understand! Okay. Time to go down some stairs. Can I go back up to them? No. Okay. Cool. Coda's a meanie.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. Oh no! It's fucking back rooms or some shit! Oh no!
It's a lamppost.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost.
Narnia. Watch too much Narnia.
Every single one of his games from here on out.
The light at the end of the tunnel.
I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace.
He's just testing mechanics!
Now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
He's just testing basic mechanics.
Which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're gonna see it in the work as well. His games are just gonna become a lot more cohesive.
Okay.
A lot more fully developed.
He's testing mechanics.
Clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
He's just testing mechanics to make the thing he wants to make. Give the man a break. What, a man can't test game mechanics anymore? Without having some sort of deep, sentimental meaning? As you walk around, you can leave notes. Okay. All the notes you see are left by other players. I really doubt it. Nice room. Not. Wow, what a rude player. But they don't even know how to make a game. I know.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was
Holy
shortly after
crap!
I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up.
Yeah, who else am I
Him working on
bullshit?
this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away,
Huh.
I was like, I have to be friends with this person.
Hmm.
In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Well,
I was over
reasonable.
enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
King of the world.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness.
Balls.
I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs.
Okay.
And has no way to express them.
Man,
except
it's
as
a game.
Scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
This is more like just testing What? This is just testing mechanics.
That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the
I'm sorry, what?
in-person socializing.
Butt ass butt.
I could just get to know you through your work.
Freaking
I think
bathroom.
this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Free t-shirt. Where? Where's my free t-shirt? Need other side's door. Why you so... Hey, how to open sesame. Makes game includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Someday I'll meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Okay. New room. Yeah, it is new room. You hear the chimes? They keep it going to okay. We like to be desired. I think everyone wants to be desired. I'm not very... It's not very crowded here. Yeah, it is. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. A game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. Now, this strikes me. This isn't... I don't think this is Coda's inner thoughts. I think this is more of just Coda mimicking just how people tend to leave notes in games like this. Welcome, Crush. I don't even know where to go with this. Yeah, this is just how people write things. This is how people write. That's what I get off. In here. I am compelled. Stop, turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. What? Take my hand. Let's jump together. Wait, we're jumping? I don't know if I can make a jump. Let's test. Well, there's no running. Wait, there's crouching. Why? Why is there crouching but not running? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make that. Cabbage shapes our nation. What is the... Okay, 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 okay. Very good game. Okay, okay. I guess it's not going anywhere. Next time I'll do better. I need someone to talk to. Is this a note? Maybe. Are you a note? Don't listen to the other notes. I will listen to the other notes. These are some weird things to write. Today I learned you cannot fall off. Huh. Ethical. I saw a person walking down there. Now it won't come back. There's a person walking down there? No, there's not. Wait, what are you talking about? There's no one walking down there. It's just me. Just me. Devil Tower Star? What are you talking about? And there's no one down there. What are you talking about? You? No one down there. You're crazy. Oh, they're just all scattered everywhere. Whoever made this had issues. He wrote that about his own shit. Help me, I'm trying to speak. Okay, I'm getting tired of all these notes. It's gonna be real. I'm getting tired of reading all these. I don't want to read all these. This is kind of weird. And a lot. Okay, jam coda. Jam coda. There must be a reason for it, though. A reason for what? His terrible secret. He was learning game design. His horrible secret. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again.
Okay.
And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Okay.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it.
Okay.
And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
I think he was just making shit. Why am I hearing whispering? Has it got something to do with the notes? I feel like this is a good concept. I feel like Coda's got good concepts.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a...
That door! He loves that door.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here.
Just walking around.
And connect the pieces together, to grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Well, it's too bad for these guys that I'm smarter, because I know this door puzzle. One person made it! That is him, even though this is not multiplayer, but you get what I mean. I don't like all these sounds, actually. This is bad. How do you leave notes? Just the person who left notes. Okay, there's the lamppost. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. Just need to say something. Talk about going. Shit. I can't. Okay. Well, that was very interesting. I feel like that was actually.
This one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own.
I feel like I was trying to say something.
Hang with it.
Yeah. This one's tough. Can I run yet? No. Okay. Oh, God. Ooh, I like that. I can't go up there. Okay. Okay, beautiful painting, beautiful artwork. Okay, understood. Okay, we're just walking. What?
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Here's version 2.
Okay. Okay. It's not even furniture. It's abstract. Carry a TV with surround set, a refrigerator, put a giant hole in the ground. Put a giant hole in the ground. That's a table. A washing machine, 10 stoves lying along the wall. Damn right! 10 stoves! That's a couch. We just should light up this room a bit. I like skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. Thinking a 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch off LED ceiling lights with 4th turn. I'll put Tesla coils. Tesla coils! That's just a lamp. That's not what I want. That's none of the options. I have a table! Tori, where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Tables were invented in 1935. Yeah, tables were invented in 1935. We didn't have tables before then. Oh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Yeah, I think that's fine to have weird for weirdness' sake.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over.
Okay.
This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Alright, sure. Of course, he's got ideas. Probably more than you. Please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take what you remember. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Good. Go over the photo frame and click on it to turn it slightly. Table. Photo frame. Now, turn the lamp in this room off. Then turn it back on. Table. Photo. Lamp. Now go to left sofa. Move it over a little. Oh my god, this is going to be hard. Table. Photo. Table. Photo, left, lamp, sofa. Finally touch the shelves. That's it. In a real person, the escape will now open. Return to the start and be taken to your prison. Okay. I guess this is the start. Okay. Table, photo, lamp, sofa, shelf. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to establish.
This is so fucked up! Coda sucks!
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go,
he's just messing around.
Ideas other than this prison that I could be working on. But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Oh, I can't.
And he hits on something.
Oh, well, I think Coda's just having a good time.
He's done. He stops making prisons.
Okay.
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually empty.
Huh? Man, I want some Doritos and some Gatorade. Hold on, let me get a Gatorade and a napkin. I want a snack. I want a snack. Coda's really wild. I want a snack. I like Coda. I like Coda more than the narrator. I think the narrator's like reading way too much into a guy just experimenting. And having a good time, making his own little game. Have some Dorito ASMR. Have it and like it. That's how my streams go. Have it and like it. Damn right, Crunch. You know, there are people who stream and they're like, I'm streaming, I can't use the bathroom. I'm streaming, I can't eat food. I'm streaming, I can't, and I just eat food right at you. I think you guys would prefer it if I didn't starve. Or was that self-conscious about the concept of eating? Nacho cheese flavor. So the emote Maple Putt is correct. I should really make an animated eating emote since I eat so much. Okay. Miserable excuse of a hedge maze. Alright. I can't move. Hell, who's this? I don't know. Hey, it's me. I'm you after you escaped the prison. Okay, that's my only answer. You're me, I'm you, but I'm me. I'm me, he says. You're trapped in this prison too? Yeah.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
It's like to escape. It's like a horror game. Let's go with number 3. Let's confuse the fuck out of me. So I feel different, no? I'm me. I'm just me. In person, out of person, I'm me. You're always you. I'm just me. No, I'm just me. That's awful. Why? The problem is you don't actually know who you are right now. What kind of fucked up answer is that? Okay, well, you can see the issue is that you don't even know who you are, so you're always you. Huh? No, it's not a bad thing. It's just you. That's okay. No. No, I'm the first person to escape. I'm the coolest girl in the world. Yeah, I'm gaslighting myself. Show me how to get out, maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? Post the game. Open a different one. Got prison. How do we get out? Be sincere. Tell me how I feel. Or just talk. Just talk. Just talk with me. It'll be fine. Don't worry, that's Jobu. Just talk to me. That will free you? Yeah. Okay, I'm starting to see why he was saying that Coda was like interpersonal about this. I feel like the prison is like metaphorical for something. I'm starting to see the way the narrator feels. Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk with me. It will make sense. More, yeah. Just talk to me. Let's talk about Uma Musume. I can talk. Talk for a bit. A little bit here. Yeah. Like a Bun Bun would tell me, I'm here as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
What you would tell Pasty when Pasty felt trapped?
So what would it look
Pichu
like
says
if
it's gonna be
Koda
okay.
wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
I was trying to see the narrator's perspective on Koda. Koda's going through
To
it.
me, this environment is meant to represent Koda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Well, that one looks scary. This one looks less scary. I'm going this one. I live here now, I guess. Oh, hi. Clean. That's Mr. Clean over there. Okay. Got a nice bedroom. A closet. Oh, nice bathroom. Nice bathroom, nice toilet, nice sink. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm glad as heck that you showed up. Well, thanks. If I might have been cleaning this entire house all by myself. It's literally clean.
You'll notice that
Okay.
the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work. And this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Guys, Love Island Unity. Yeah, I went to a game jam someday. Wouldn't that be cool? Or what if you met me at a game jam one day? Wouldn't that be cool? I want to learn Unity. I have at a point to want to learn that on stream. But imagine if I went to a game jam one day. Wouldn't that be cool? Don't worry about me. A place that's nice. I'll be glad to stay here all night. Yeah, place is nice. Allows you make home loners. Yeah, it's a nice place. I'll stay all night. Well, now you just might be getting a little ahead of yourself there. No? Why don't we start cleaning, then decide whether you could do it all night? Now, first up here. That means you can please clean the table? Yeah. Yeah! We're in the bedroom and make the bed? Yeah! Koda's learning what it's like to live with a roommate. Right there, I need to straighten out the burg a bit. Yeah. All the little details matter. I'm doing this job. It's been a long time since I've seen a house this... Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? Also, nice, Maple. Nice. Well, I don't use as much as I need. I'm working Doritos. Doritos. Okay. Now we're gonna feel calm and rest in the pit of my ribcage. The soldiers can't be soothed other ways, seems. I guess it's all that matters. Oh, a tight couch. Okay, yeah. I can do that. Oh, you'll hear somebody spray. Oh no! Yeah, I'll mop it up. It was a certain curly, cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Yeah. Extra cheesy. No, come on now! You brought it up! You brought it up! Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Let's check the tub how you scribble down the best you can. What? I'm doing all the work! It literally looks fine. Okay, fine. Scan the floor bed. Okay, man. Okay. Perfect. Now then, how about you come and clean those dishes on the table? I'm doing fucking everything.
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you.
What table?
And eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Oh. Wait, didn't we start with that? Didn't we already do that? Are all houses this easy to clean? Darren, let me tell you something. In your lifetime, you're going to clean a lot of houses. Into beautiful pieces. Okay.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it.
Oh.
This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
I think this is just about what it feels like to take care of yourself. And that when you're in good space, it can be nice. Okay. Just I was gonna say it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it, it takes care of you. That's really sweet. Coda's getting Coda's getting his shit together in this game. Coda's getting his figuring himself out. Coda is getting it figured out and had someone that was there for him, and so his life's getting better. And instead of the everyday feeling like a prison, the everyday is starting to feel good. I guess it's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. There's truth. No, I think there's truth in that. That's not cheesy. Anyway. So, am I doing the dishes? Housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, will you please clean up the books? Yeah. This is what homeowner is like. Alright, you want me to do the dishes? I can do the dishes again.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Yeah. Watch it all go to hell later. Watch it all go to hell later. Can I do the dishes now? Question, what's your question?
But
Do you
of
enjoy
course,
this?
It can't
Oh.
last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how
What?
you stay alive.
No, I was enjoying that. You do stay in there, in that space where you're taking care of yourself and you have people to take care of you and give you your whole day until the day that you fucking die. What's the problem? Why it's like, oh, but no, we gotta have to go through the depression. No, we don't. Okay, lamppost.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Okay, Coda's still going through some shit, but he found some peace.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Coda's getting there. You gonna get a better job? Because my mom and my dad told me to. I'm a teacher. I'm a counselor. And my dog. I'm gonna come here to be perfect. What are you talking about? How? What? Who do you know is so well developed as a person that you make feel disgust with yourself? Most everyone. Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. What? Nobody likes yourself. What's your problem? I don't know how we do it. That's how we effortlessly. I'm the only one here! It's not. What? What?
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
What the fuck? I'm teaching the eye of the universe how to be perfect. On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing to society.
Suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh. So I can't go upstairs, apparently. Tell you right now, this isn't effortless. It's not the right answer. Being alone must be awful. Why is the chat? What is the yellow and what is yellow? Is me. Is the black like the audience? Like what? Yeah, it really was. Drinking is always hurting your life. And if you're torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. That is correct. You should not be torturing yourself over it. No, not the simplest either. You just don't need to torture yourself over it. I'm developing a cyst. Gross. Do you understand what you want? Be happy until you love me. This is for you. What? I don't know. I'll do number one. No, just kidding. I want to do some yes. See over this. I don't know. 3. What is happening? What am I doing? What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest. Do what's simple. Feel what is true. No, what is easiest is not what's always good. But doesn't mean you live through torture. Coda, please. Coda's having a crisis in this game. Okay, something coming in the back of the room. Look out. Everyone run! Run! Run!
Pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
No, I feel that. I feel
this
that.
a lot these days.
Let's all stretch. It's time to stretch.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make.
Right arm up and
There was 4
over.
months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as
Left.
it took him to make any other game before this. And
And
it's
straight
not
up.
like it's particularly complex. So I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Coda is whatever Coda wants to do. Coda's going through a crisis. But he's figuring himself out instead of feeling like he's shackled in a prison, so that's good. He's exploring his life. He took a theater class or something. This is not what the back of a theater stage looks like as someone who's taken theater. Where are the pulleys for the curtains? They should be on one of these two. Well, there's no pulleys for the curtains. There's usually a whole pulley system here for the curtains. Where the fuck is it? Also, if these curtains fall on you, you'll like fucking die. You have no idea how heavy this fabric is. Curtains are dangerous in theater. When you're in theater, you learn to be fear of the curtain rods. Okay. Okay. Gathering professionals. First, you'll start learning against this wall. Go well. Alright, cool. Good, stay right there. Is in this chair, a professional photographer of animals. Oh, okay. Okay. Chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Okay. Go on, say something to her. Hello. Hello, that's it? I don't know what you want from me! That's not a conversation. You need to converse with her. Be a human being. Okay. Coda's autistic. Got it. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. Here are all my hopes and dreams. Throw up right on her. Like a true autistic person. No, that's not what I said. Here, you're completely missing the tone of the... Am I? There is no conversation, so how can I miss the tone? What? What on earth? Okay. That just makes it worse. Okay. So now I have to talk to her with all these people here. You learn to lean into pain. No sacrifice you had to make. You must have worked really hard. I'm not messing it up! You'll figure out if the conversation gets too personal that quickly. What? No, I won't. Or will I? I don't know, does that make it weird? If we get personal too... Okay. I know... You want to try something? Okay, you didn't give me time to read. Just come back from the stage, okay? To the fucking lamppost again. Coda feels like he's in prison again!
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him.
No, I think he's just expressing himself.
I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
I think he's just expressing himself. I'm gonna be real.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Okay. What? I have to close my eyes? Why don't you just not give the game any visuals at all? How about that? No cheating? Okay. I hear music. Out my Gatorade. I found it. Where's my coaster? Right there. Okay. Do I walk or something? That's gonna hit the W key. What's happening? I don't even hear sound effects. Did I die? Okay, so turning left is bad. Let's just go
You should
forward.
probably open your eyes if you haven't already.
Oh,
It's
I-
pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. There is a solution, by the way.
Oh shit, that door is coming for us. 3, what's going on? We're gonna be hit by a giant door. Am I gonna be killed by a giant door? Yeah. What's going on? I don't know yet. Tell me how to solve this. Okay. Truth. The only way to stop is to speak something that is honest. Yeah, sure. I can't keep making these. That's it. That's the truth. Oh! Koda's haunted by that one door mechanic that he made.
Like I said, I was getting concerned.
I don't feel it
First
anymore.
off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that come from?
No.
And then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for it. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Koda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I think this is a good sign that Koda's willing to be this honest in some game. I think it's a good sign. We're going to be okay? Okay. Oh, they have speech over them. Okay. Okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Okay. He's taking his time. He's taking it easy. He's going through life. That's fine. Where am I? Oh. This is nice. Okay. I did not like that distort in the music. Is anyone there? Maybe this will generate a person. Oh, more. Oh, God. It's not a person. I'm the person. Okay. I'm lost. I haven't... When I create, I feel empty. I don't yet. Oh no, said the tree. What happened? Did something change? Me. There's a machine that's kept me going, and it stopped. Trying to find the engine that used to protect me to start it again. I'll do with number 1. Okay. Wait, you're looking for a machine? Yeah, in the trees. I think I know where it is. It isn't far. Okay, cool. I need to see it to know why it stopped. It's called depression. Okay, go this way.
If the last game featured Koda talking explicitly about
You can help
his
myself
creative
puzzle with find
frustration,
machine. Deal?
this
Okay.
one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes, please.
Okay.
Here's a friend whose work
Okay.
is exhibiting signs of struggle,
Okay.
frustration,
Okay.
anxiety, depression, even.
Okay.
And yet still he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
Okay. Mood.
Why? What is it for?
Because it's... I'm not a game designer, I'm an artist, but I'm gonna be real, as an artist, I would say it's because it's the only thing you know how to do, and even if it hurts, you're just gonna keep doing it, because you don't actually know how to stop and give yourself a break. So you just keep doing it, because it's something you're capable of, you can do, so you're just gonna keep doing it. You just don't ever stop. It's all you have, and it's all you are. if you stop, the one thing you know how to do, you have to look at yourself and you don't really want to. You have to look at yourself and you go, who am I without this one thing I used to define all of me? And you don't want to ask that question ever. Because you're probably not going to like your answer. So you're just going to keep doing it. Deal. You'll show it to me? Okay.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how
that damn door!
He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
But they weren't made for other people, they were made for him. You can tell that this is not made for another person. First you press the switch. First you have to open the door. Yeah. Okay, now what? Now you press the switch on the inside. No, it's the outside switch. Okay, let's close the first door. Okay. Now we have the inside switch. I did it wrong. Now press this switch. Okay.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. This is just words. Okay, so just some words on some wall. You'll see, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that the game was simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the— well, you're only— it's just your avatar. It's just me writing song lyrics. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. Alright, making games is effortless. Okay. Why'd I feel so awful when I said that? Because it's a bunch of crap. Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel energized. When I constantly excited, enthusiastic about my work is easy. It never stopped being easy. Yeah. It's wonderful.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Yeah, no, I think he needs some help. I don't think this is that making the games is necessarily doing this. I think it's the nature of how he's doing it that's doing this. I'm just gonna leave. I can't leave. Like, every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Just there, stop creating, and you'll never feel bad. This is a simple solution.
This is something I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Where's the machine? Is it a computer with a keyboard by any chance? I promise this will work. Please continue. Pain breezes effortlessly of any sacrifices made for my work are 100% of it's worth it. Yeah, totally.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it.
I should just be
wanted it to
sincere.
stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
What's happening, Kynaps, is that Coda's having a mental breakdown in his own video game. No shame, no fear, no guilt. It will be safe from my work. This is questionably is a vessel for certainty. Oh, this is the wrong one. Okay. Incredible. We said all the wrong things about ourselves, and there's the goddamn prison. Oh shit! An NPC! With a head!
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Coda has another mental breakdown. I like how their heads are just what they are. Coda doesn't even bother to give them real 3D modeling, like, to look like a guard. Just mannequin with guard. Guard. Ma'am, glad to see you arrived safely. We captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be brutal. I'm gonna be fucking brutal. Very good. It's just another door puzzle. It calls itself Coda. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I know I'm so famous, but, you know, I don't have time for all this, you know. I mean, it's so nice of you for all want to talk to me today. That's not a CPU.
And of course, it's the machine.
Why did you stop, you ding-dong machine? Yorker's keeping us alive. Why do I hear disturbing sounds? Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? Probably not. Probably none, actually. They probably don't care. That's only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. We'll possibly go back to just trusting you to do the job. Okay. Yelling at me. Who needs that? But you need to go to those people who are out there and apologize. You need to people that you're allowed them. These are very different kinds of answers. I don't think not making a game, especially when I'm a beginner game dev, is making people suffer. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I think Coda's reading way too much into this little bit. I think Coda doesn't even talk to the people, and that's what makes them think this way. We've been alone. We don't need to do that. That's deflection. This isn't about them. It's about us. Apologize for leaving me. Damn right. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. That's a threat. I said brutal, not mean. No, nothing. You're not even gonna say sorry, Coda. Apologize to the people on your... Alright then, I guess I'll do it. Even though I don't think they actually care. Hello people, I'm a stinky turd. Sorry about that. My followers, because I'm detached from reality. I have a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. Coda's a turd. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. So some people have questions. They're raising their hands. It's not important. We are stronger than think. We don't need its games. We're good. Oh, I'm playing as like yeah, okay. Let's pay attribution. Let us show that we are not failures. Yeah. Follow me. We will. No, don't destroy Coda. Oh, we will destroy everything the machine has created. Okay. I guess that's better than the machine itself. Okay. Oh, we're back in the theater. Coda's really going through it. Good gravy. Ah! Ah! Oh. Oh, wait, that's actually... Wait, that's really fascinating. Hold on, wait. No, Coda's onto something here. I know this is Coda going through it, but Coda's onto something here. Wait, this is fascinating. This is a weird way to do it. Wait, Coda's onto something. Coda, you can work with this concept.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Maybe Coda just doesn't want to make games. Have you considered that?
So, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it?
No, I think Coda needs to just not make games.
It would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings. Would that bring him out of his mental spiral?
No, I think that'd make it worse, actually.
Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Maybe you could just, maybe Coda is clearly saying that he hates doing this, and he doesn't want to do it anymore, and he hates that his whole identity is this one thing that he's struggling with doing, and he needs to do some soul searching and just find himself. And maybe you just trying to make everything about the fact that you want his games is bad. I fell through
I
it
started
before.
showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes,
Where am I
the
falling
house
to?
cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people.
Oh, shoot,
that I
you can
knew
see the
and
bullets.
Trusted. I asked their opinions, and the great part is that they really loved his games.
Mm.
You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh, okay. Mm. Put down your weapon. I don't know how. I don't know how. I'm sorry. I mean, this is the opposite of putting down my weapon.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing
No.
that I always feel like I need. To be told that
I
my
feel
work
like the
is good,
narrator screwed up
that I
here.
am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Oh no. What did you do to Coda? I don't think that's what Coda needed. I think it's showing...
So anyway,
Um,
Coda finishes this game, and
yeah.
then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
Okay.
And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email.
Okay.
And it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
Okay.
This one is called The Tower. And to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Yeah, I think you...
So let's take a look.
I think Coda doesn't want to make games. I think games are not healthy for Coda. Not every way to express yourself and not every creative pursuit is healthy for you. Okay, let's see.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
So this is after you showed a bunch of people his work about how much he hates himself without his consent. And you're surprised he had a relapse. Okay.
Actually has
man.
a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise.
Okay,
the
so
experience is really
it's a wall.
miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay, thanks. Thanks! It seems like Coda did not want people to play his games, like that this was just a way to express himself, and you vastly misunderstood.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable.
Okay.
Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
Oh.
I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
Oh, okay.
But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
That he doesn't want people to fucking do his shit, and the fact that people are like, yeah, Coda, we love these games about how much you hate yourself, makes him just people to want people to not even try or to touch his stuff.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
Yeah, he hates
The
everyone.
invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh, shit. 1516. I was kind of close. 17. Okay. I feel like this narrator doesn't understand mental health, like, at all. It's gonna be real. Or just be like, just like me. Okay, I'm gonna fall in this hole. No problem. Open.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Huh.
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
He's not a problem for you to fix.
Failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Coda's not an issue for you to fix.
For not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow.
Sometimes we just go through shit.
And I don't understand why.
Okay.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time.
Okay.
As I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy.
Wait, so this is all about you.
I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Man, Coda just hates making games. Leave him be.
I screw up?
Yeah, at the very beginning. You screwed up from the very beginning, man. Not all of this is about you. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Yeah, you made it all about you and this whole big thing. He just wanted to fuck around in his games. You made it in this big thing, and he's tired of it.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Just let the guy make fucking whatever shit. You're so infected with my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plan solutions and work somewhere in between
like
games.
I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself.
Well, it's all about
Finally,
you.
For a moment, while I had
Parasocialism
that,
extremes.
I liked myself.
This is what parasocialism can do to content creators, by the way, just in case you guys weren't aware. If there was an answer, meaning would it make you any happier? Will you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Yeah, no, I see he didn't, he just did that. That's kind of fucked up. This is like Koda's interpersonal thoughts. He's like, I'm gonna share how you hate yourself with the world. Like, good God. Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Yeah, this game's... Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? Oh, okay. Damn. Will you simply let them be what they are?
And I didn't have anything left to show people.
Good.
I just had to be
Fuck this
with
guy.
myself.
He probably changed
And
accounts
as soon as
names
that
and
happened,
just...
there was no feeling at all. Nothing.
Coda probably made a new username and is avoiding you like the plague. My man, you read too much into it. You are the problem. When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Coda just wants to make stuff for himself. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. Yeah. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Yeah, Coda's just doing whatever he wants. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and you make peace with this thing you are wrestling. Yeah, this is not about... Coda just wants to make shit. That's why I said from the beginning. Nair's like, it's this deep interpersonal issue. Coda just wants to make shit. And then Coda got mad. And then Nair had me going for a little bit.
Really stupid because I don't like myself.
Talking about, don't say anything. Okay, there's that switch. How you spoiled the game without even noticing. The Nair was indeed reading too much into everything. Yeah! I'm a content creator, of course I know what the problem is.
Why I'm releasing this collection of your work is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you.
Wait.
I've tried everything.
Wait, this is a little horse shit.
So a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you.
Oh my god,
so
this
that I
guy's
can
a
tell you
creep.
that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again?
Is Coda even real?
I need to feel okay with myself again, and I always felt okay as long as
Coda
I had
even
your
real?
work to see myself in.
This guy talking to himself?
Is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I
Coda
need to
even real?
feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just
having a
tell me
crisis.
what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete.
Oh my god, the room's closing in.
Wholenesses that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading.
I think.
And all I want is to know that I'm going
Coda's
to be
not
okay.
real. I think Coda is the narrator. That's my guess right now. Coda is the narrator. And this guy's having a crisis with himself. And he's talking about Coda like Coda's a different person because Coda feels like a different person. Ain't no way after Coda said, don't share my shit with everyone, that he went and shared his shit with everyone and Coda's a real person. Ain't no way that's what happened.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good.
Okay.
Always more.
Can I sit down anywhere I want?
It's like a disease.
No.
Solution.
What the hell? What the hell? Well, I have one suggestion for Coda. If you had a run key, I would really like to run.
Had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games. Maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Why would you?
He just likes making prisons.
Why would you actually say that? Why would you say that? I told everyone Coda was depressed. Why would you do that? Or they're about the author and is releasing the story as an interaction with someone they had. Yeah, maybe. And you're from the other person's perspective.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Okay, those lead to the same room. Full of, dirt. Okay. Oh, there's oh. What in the Outer Wilds? Can you add a run key? I'm just saying.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
That's pretty bad. Sometimes I'm driven by the sound of a pencil on a sketchbook paper and it sounds good and it makes me happy, and I open my window and I hear outside sounds and I feel at peace. Oh my god. I always am a petitioner of, if you do a creative work and you can only feel like you can do it if everyone gives you a gold star and tells you you did a great job and praises you for it, you should not be doing that creative work. That is not a good thing. If you need someone to give you a high five, a pat on the back, and say you do great every time you do that creative work, and you feel empty without that, you need to stop doing that creative work immediately. That is not why you should be doing it.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting
This isn't
to feel
Coda's
like I have
game
a lot of
anymore.
work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna...
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Are we back at the desert level at the beginning? Or... No, this is different. There's a weird seam in that build. Oh, wait, no, those are two buildings. Okay, I was gonna say, that's a weird texturing issue. Going all the way down. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Why you have an identity crisis? Where are we going? There's a pit. I don't want to go down the pit. It's gonna make me go down the pit, isn't it? Can I just fall off the edge of the world instead? No. Oh shit! Oh, Coda, come on! Coda, please! Coda, help me. Help a girl out, Coda. Coda, please. Oh, Coda, please. I need backup, Coda. Okay, there we go. The platform is the pits, it sure is. It's like little holes out of the rocks. Yeah, them's the pits. Let's go to the pits. Alright. Ooh, an elevator. And then the game ends with the SCP corridor. Or not SCP corridor, just corridors. Just the backrooms, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Backrooms. Okay. Oh. I thought I would miss my ride. Okay. Okay, this is very nice. This looks like it would be at like a train station area. Okay, very good. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Very pretty. Very atmospheric. Why are my eyes not blinking right? I saw that they went eh and then eh. Like, why? I'm just girl blinking. Okay, there's those skylights we wanted. Can I run, please? Oh my god, is it the zappy thing that makes you die at the end? We gotta go into the zapper. Guys, it's time to go and get zapped. Enjoy that blue. Well, at last, we're about to go to the zapper. Time to die. Does Ellie only track one eye? I just really wanted to be able to go, aha! You know? Take a zapped. Coda's telling you to fucking die. No, Coda. Oh, right! Because we float. Okay. When do I get to see everything? Impossible maze. And space. Can I move? No. Okay. Well, this is nice. I'm glad Coda is giving you a beautiful galaxy sky farewell and telling you to fuck off. I like that. So what is this game about exactly? Don't harass content creators and read more into it than what it was and make everything about you to the point that they just like feel like they can't even control the own content that they want to make from themselves anymore until they want to gouge their eyes out and they basically have to block you off from everything that they're doing because you're being a parasocial piece of shit. Sometimes you just want to make something just cuz and there's not a lot to read into it. You just did it cuz you want to do it. Don't be a parasocial piece of shit. For R. Dot. Who is that? Not Coda? This project would have been impossible without the following individuals. Okay. Hey, where's Coda? Where's Coda? Okay. Are you gonna think Coda? I feel like R may have been the parasocial trap. That's right, because this could be Coda, and the other person is they're making the game in the perspective of, and they just wanted them to fuck off. And just make some shit for the sake of it. That's true. Special thanks to the parasocial piece of shit that made me question my whole life. Wow, that was very something. Let's see, play this. It was so long, I forgot what happened. Davey Werden, the person put a lot of himself in the narrator and Coda. Hearing his commentary on the beginning guide is fascinating. So there's a few ways we can look at this game. There's a few ways we can look at this game. Because we know at some point, I'm pretty sure at the beginning there was just a guy making some games and it was read way too much into it, right? It was read way too much into it. And we know at some point it was directly Coda related because it literally said, this is Coda, shoot Coda, etc., right? So in one way, we could just take the definition literal and be like, yeah, I read too much into it, and he was trying to tell me to stop. And this guy just started hating his stuff because I made it all about me. But I think that is not what's going on here, because Coda was getting very personal into it. I think that the narrator and the Coda are possibly the same person. I think Coda and the narrator are possibly the same person, and that I don't think it's DID. As someone who knows people with DID, I do not think this is about DID. I think this is kind of like, as someone who does a lot of content creation myself, to the point where I have almost like an identity crisis every week about it. An identity crisis every week about what content I make and what that means about me and who I am and how I am perceived and why people want to be around me and all of that jazz. I think this is almost like a creator fighting with themselves. And maybe not someone being parasocial per se, because I think sometimes we will try to see more in our own work than is there as well. We'll look back at stuff we made and go, was it about this? Was it about that? And you get so lost and involved in your own work that you almost start to hate it, because it becomes everything you are and encompasses your being. And everything about you becomes that work. And you create these expectations for yourself that you cannot meet. You look at people who are better that you feel like you can never reach, and you start to kind of implode on yourself a little bit. As someone who does a lot of stuff, like, I can see that being an interpretation on this, because I think everyone who does content for a long time will have those issues. I mean, I was posting stuff on the internet and drawing since high school, so I've been doing it for like probably the past 15 years. 15 years to fuck myself over. I can see that as an interpretation and wanting to be free of the shackles you put on yourself and to just let yourself make stuff with no meaning again. I know when I started art, I just drew whatever made me happy. And now that I'm 15 years into doing visual art, I do have this problem where it's very hard for me to draw just for me. I feel like I have to make everything for everyone else all of the time. And I don't really know why. But like, if I can't think there's some meaning to the art that I draw, I think I've even talked about this on my Twitter. If I can't think if there's some meaning into this art that I create, or if this art, it doesn't in a way facilitate some kind of emotion or reaction from people, I have a hard time justifying creating the art. Even though when I started art, literally all I did was do stuff that only I wanted, and I didn't care about anybody else. Now everything I do has to revolve around everyone else for some goddamn reason. And then that makes you not even want to do it at all. And I think that's a very valid interpretation of this game. I think a lot of people go for that. why don't you have a head pat routine? Because I really hate being patted on the head, and I don't want that being normalized. In real life, I actually hate being patted on the head. I feel it's dehumanizing. I do not like it. It gives me the slime feeling, and I do not want to accidentally normalize that behavior in case, if ever in the future, I feel comfortable enough with people meeting me IRL or at a convention. I don't want people patting me on the head. I do not want this to be normalized behavior with me, because I don't want to feel like slime anytime I meet someone. So that's why. I really, really hate it. And considering that my Sona is more than 10 years old, and I consider it's a projection of, like, me, how I feel more internal as opposed to how I look external, that just adds a whole nother layer of me feeling like slime. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. And that's why there's no head pat. I'm so sorry about that. I read the Wikipedia article on it. Do you want to know what it says? Yeah, tell me what it says. Because I can see this, I can also obviously see this as parasocialism. It's literally portrayed as parasocialism. But also, I'm not entirely sure about that. Because it doesn't quite track at the idea of it being parasocialism. Because it's about this Coda telling this person to fuck off and their shit just exists for the sake of it. But Coda was clearly putting in the later games how they feel into the games and how they feel about the work. They even put their own name in it and that you shoot them. So I don't think that's 100% it. It doesn't quite track. But maybe there's more to it than I know, because again, we're only getting this perspective about it. I'm not too sure. But I don't know how to illustrate with strangers when they talk about something deeply personal. You can just use an emote. You can just use an emote. That's okay. It's Daijobu. I'm so sorry I don't have a head pat redeem. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I just feel like I'm being, like, dehumanized completely, and I just feel slimy. I hate it. I hate head pats. I think it would be really amusing if there was nothing to it and the dev just wanted to make this. That's fine. That's fine. That was the whole point, right? Like, this was just a thing I made. It's just a thing. Yeah, there we go, emote. Yeah, hard emotes. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Tell me, though. Tell me, Future Sight Joker. Tell me what the wiki says. I want to know. What is this? Is there an actual, like, concrete what this game is about? And am I right about it being interpersonal, about a journey and experience in making stuff and, like, fighting yourself? Because if Coda was the person of the past, I also feel like that me who drew 15 years ago and me now are almost just two completely different people, you know. And I'm just wondering how I did it. How did I just do stuff for me? How did I get to this point where everything exists for everyone else and nothing is for me, even though I'm the one doing it? How did I get here? Basically, there are a few interpretations. Okay, so there's no concrete. That's good to know. Interpretations. One follows that where you... One follows you, one where they are the same person. One follows you where they're the same person. That's my interpretation. As a content creator, this tracks extremely well. And it's showing how he feels about the creator of Stanley Parable. Another is that it's a commentary on the role of the developer and the player. That could be it too. I just want to make shit and you guys are just being fucking annoying. Kind of feels like you're trying to break the heart or... And just slapping it out there. You gotta find that heart. And apparently the maker confirmed this story is fictional. Okay. So, good to know there's no one being an absolute parasocial asshole. Good. Because that's the worst possible option. That someone was being an absolute parasocial asshole and just drove this guy fucking crazy who just wanted to make weird games. I'm glad to hear that's not the answer, because we do not want that to be what happened. We don't want that to be what happened at all. I'm glad that's not what it is. Thank God. Breaking the table. I really think this is just about Coda is them. I really think that Coda is them, and this is an internal fight with himself, because I can see that. Because I'm already there. I'm already doing that. I just made shit for whatever, and now everything has to be important somehow. And I'm like tired of myself. I'm tired of myself. Past me is sick and tired of present me and wants it to stop. And that's just how it is. That's not like the Sunny problem. That's just an anyone who makes anything problem. I talk to a lot of people who do art and have these kinds of issues or similar issues like this. It's just what it's going through. It's like. Also, length of the game meant people could refund the game after playing it if they think he is letting others work, because sharing someone's game without permission is illegal. Okay, but that's not what happened. I think the whole thing about the nurse saying Coda has a fixation on lampposts, and then at the end it says stop playing lampposts into my game was pretty chilling, frankly. Yeah. So if Coda is the person that is sick of the narrator putting lampposts in their game, I mean, because they're the same person, right? I think that kind of ties them to being the same person. Basically, you're trying to... The person who is trying to make these games and make sure they have meaning and they're for everyone else is putting lampposts, and the one who just wants to make them just for themselves is like, stop doing that, and is fighting internally. I think the lamppost kind of makes it as obvious as fighting internally. I'm going to take that as my interpretation of this game. This just definitely makes a game that makes you go, think big brain. Think big brain. You also see the role of the developer and player perspective. There are a lot of entitled assets which is overly demanding. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. They are very demanding. I think both interpretations, maybe it's both at the same time, and maybe that's the point. Maybe they made it to where it looks like both. But we should raid out now. We should raid out now. We got through that. I am very happy that I played this. Thank you for buying me this to play it. I think this kind of stuff existing is very important for people to see and to look at and to understand and to think about people who make stuff and how you interact with them and how they interact with themselves, and considering those perspectives, because this day and age, especially this day and age, the last 2-3 years, there have been a lot of hostile interacts with the creators and overly reading things with creators. And I think stuff like this needs to be made more to get people to just tone it the fuck down and let people make stuff. And to let creators feel like they're in a space where they can make stuff just for them and not have to worry about that. I think that's very important. I think that's extremely important. Games like this need to be made. I think it's very important that this exists, and I think it needs to be relevant right now, especially. I mean, because some people thought the game was nonfiction. It's good to know. So there's some sort of meta commentary. Make this. Well, it's very good. It's very good. This is a statement piece. This game is a statement piece. Let's find someone to raid, but that is a statement piece if I ever saw one. If I ever saw one, and I think it's very important. Yeah, we're people too. I think people forget that. I know when I started making content on I'm just making sure we have music. I know when I started making content on online, like on Tumblr, I was always upset because people would interact with all these content creators, right? And no one ever talked to me. And it was very heartbreaking because I'm pretty sure I was just there to make content for people to enjoy, but to not be a person. And I really like streaming because people want to talk to me. And that's all I literally ever wanted, was to talk to people. All I wanted was to talk to people. I had a lot of shit happen online that made me like... I had this, I won't call them a friend because they're not. But I had someone I know that was one at the time. In a group. And they sort of made this narrative after like me being their favorite person that no one was allowed to talk to me. No one should talk to me. And they made sure to try to silence me as much as possible. So, eventually this person, though, they were mean to everyone. And they got kicked out of the group, right? But that narrative of me not being allowed to talk stuck. So for a couple years online, I stopped talking to people. I talked to my bestie, like Card and someone else, and yeah, I didn't talk to anyone for years because it was so sunk in that this is Sunny. Sunny doesn't talk to people. So I didn't talk to people. I forgot how. I didn't know how to do it. It got really, really bad. So I didn't talk to people for a couple of years. And it did not help that before that, no one ever really wanted to talk to me. So I was in the state where no one talked to me and I didn't talk to anyone. And that's just how I spent my time online. I just was very lonely and not great. And then I found the Codebook server and I started talking to people. So that was very helpful. Then I started talking to people again. So you guys, for anyone who knows me in the Codebook server and how chatty I've been in there and been in there before, you would need to know that before that I literally didn't talk at all. So I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. And now I'm in a space where I can talk to people and people want to talk to me, and it's literally all I've ever wanted. Like before that, again, no one ever talked to me. It was very lonely being on the interwebs. I would find groups of people to be friends with, and they would always quickly fall apart. And not that they ever really wanted to talk to me into those groups anyway. I think it's very hard to hold on to friendships for a long time. People who are like, I've been friends with this person for 15 years. I've been friend. This is my group from all these years ago. I don't know how you do it. Oh yeah, it's just one of my first friends I made on the internet. I don't know how. I don't have the best experience online, but I'm getting smarter and learning what kind of people to be around all the time. And it's starting to get better. And it's getting better and better. And now here I am. And despite everything being the suck, it brought me here, and it brought us all here. So maybe it's okay, and it's gonna be okay. Emotional, but this is for a different reason. Okay. All right. You know, despite all the bullshit of life, we're all here right now, and we're all having a good time. That's what's important, right? Despite all the bullshit in life, we're all here right now, and we're all having a good time. Yeah, I'm getting surrounded by good people. I feel like I've hit the point, at least on the internet, that I'm finally surrounded by people where if I'm going through it, I'm actually surrounded by people who actually care. Because most of the time when something happens, no one asks Sunny how Sunny's doing. That's just how it's always been. I'm kind of like, it's just Sunny. We wayside her. And no one cares. No one wants to talk to me. No one's ever given a damn. So I pretty much just go through everything by myself. And I'm learning that I'm being surrounded by people that give a shit, and it's nice. I'm extremely normal on this stream. Damn, this was on purpose, wasn't it? This is that game that makes everyone have a mental breakdown one way or another, because then you get interpersonal into thinking about your own life, because the game is about someone thinking about their own life, and so you think about it really hard, and then you think about yourself and how it applies to you, which is really funny, because that's what the game was literally against, is that thinking about everything it's about you. But here we are. But I have nice people in my life now, and it's very good. It's very good. I've not had the support that I've had that I have right now before. That's very interesting. And it's nice. It can be tough sometimes. We'll go through some shit stuff. Yeah, but it's also nice when you finally have the support you needed this whole time. Nice people. And you, and it's your birthday. And it's your birthday. And it's your birthday. I hope you get cake, unless you hate cake. And in case it's dead, I hope you get brownies or fudge, because those are very good. Very good. Okay, let's have someone raid out before I get too interpersonal and have a mental breakdown. Let's not do that. We've done too much of that. Who do we raid out to? There is many people streaming. And many people streaming. Who do we raid out to? You just woke up from a nap, and it's your birthday. I hope you had a Very good birthday nap. Avo? We could do Avo. We can definitely do Avo. Oh, wait, there's Doodle Bear, though. There's Doodle Bear. There's Doodle Bear and Avo. We got Art and No Man's Sky. I'm gonna peek at both. Why does it say 18 plus? What's going on in here? Okay, maybe something bad's happening here. Maybe we'll do Avo. Avo got a helmet. Let's do Avo, Chato. Let's do Avo. Oh, we're not doing that then. Okay, thank you, Maple. That's not what I want to raid into. Alright, you guys, we need a raid message. But we're not raiding into butts. What are you guys saying? Sarah partial raid. What does that even mean? Sarah partials. Sarah partial. What? Inverse parasocial relationships described as one-sided creator. Okay. Which, alright. Parasocial, but not. Sarah partial instead of parasocial. I see. In space, we can hear you. You know what? Listen, I'm just gonna let you guys say whatever you want to say. Screw it. I'm not gonna come up with it. Good luck. I'm not coming up with a raid message. Good luck. And then on Thursday, we can do 1020 mode again, and maybe I'll win. Who knows? Bye-bye. We're gonna raid Avachado. They're shooting stuff. Hope Avachado's having a great time over there. Okay, I'll take that. It's an easy kitty raid. All right, here we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.